Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Comic book movies are all the rage, aren't they? From Iron Man to Spider-Man and so forth, comic books have become huge box office gold. But this isn't the first time comic books sold movie tickets. Film series like Superman, Batman, and The Crow were all big hits that brought in big bucks in the past. But in the mid-90s, the superhero films started to die out, and would take almost a decade to get rolling again. While a lot of bad movies were made, one in particular many people declared at the time the actual death of the comic book movie. And who better to cut off the head of a successful industry than the master of cinematic blandness, Shaquille O'Neal. This is Steel! You'd think after Kazam, Shaquille O'Neal would have learned his lesson, to leave acting to, well, actors. But he tried one last attempt to get hip with the youngsters by playing a DC superhero. But give him some credit though. He's tall. So why is this film declared so horribly bad? Let's get this over with and find out. So we start off in what I assume is the 100-acre wood, where military experts seem to be reenacting the opening to Short Circuit. Unfortunately, our hero is far more robotic in tone. It's Shaquille O'Neal, playing Army soldier John Henry Irons.
Nice shooting, Johnny.
Thanks, Sparky.
My God, he's still acting like he's posing for a commercial.
Thanks, Sparky.
So Shaq, it turns out, is an inventor, creating high-tech laser guns, protective armor for his team, and just the cutest little handshake with his partner Sparky. This is gonna be an army of fun. But one soldier, played by Judd Nelson, wants to show off exactly what the gun can really do. So he puts it at the highest setting, resulting in a slow-mo shot!
Nathaniel, no!
Yes, apparently when you put it at the highest setting, it results in the I am rubber, you are glue effect. This results in Sparky getting crushed by a pretty bouncy piece of concrete. Shaq tries to help her out, but unfortunately, styrofoam walls are his only weakness.
You don't know the power of styrofoam!
Anyway, on Night Court.
Berg did it, sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant, that's all.
So Nelson is dismissed from the army as Shaq tries to figure out what should be done with the incredible firepower in their hands.
We can't turn our backs on this kind of potential firepower.
Maybe you can't. But after what happened to Sparks, I can. Sir.
You know, I'm running out of things to say about Shaquille O'Neal's acting. Frankenstein isn't as stiff. Because of what the guns did to Sparky, Shaq decides he wants to go back home while Nelson decides he wants to sell his high-tech guns to evil! So who does he find to be the leader of the underground crime scene? None other than an arcade game manufacturer! Of course!
But I understand you're still selling hot weapons.
I'm a legitimate businessman.
How would you like to help me deal the next generation of super weapons?
Wow, Bender really did turn into a psycho after Breakfast Club.
Give me a little seed money for the prototypes. I'll do a little advertising, and we'll be partners.
And I'm only offering this because you remind me of my Cocker Spaniel. I have a real soft spot for those dogs. So Shaq goes back home, which I swear is the house from Up, as he gets reacquainted with his grandma and... who's very happy to see him. Why are we whispering?
Supposed to be a souffle.
A souffle?
Till you come storming in.
We're talking softly because it'll upset the souffle.
How am I ever supposed to master the art of French cooking when you keep crashing in here like James Brown? I feel good, na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
So, just to recap, armed weapons, souffles, and crazy grandmas. I think we're in for a wild ride.
You're supposed to be all light and fluffy and full of air.
You know, like your head. Oh, and she also lives with some kid who I guess is his son, nephew? I don't know. It doesn't explain very well.
Nah, you mean stud. Hey, why you player hating? I got all kind of crazy honey sweating me. One of my homies snagged me down to work at a place called Dantastic. What with this town meeting, man? I can make mad cream, be mad powerful.
Can somebody get a dictionary? It's like if Chris Tucker was translated by Eddie Griffin. So we cut back to Nelson, who seems to be transporting the laser gun through regular arcade games. Geesh, maybe video games do induce violence. They give it to a group of gang members who are told to test it out by robbing a bank.
Change! You got change! Oh my God, they're filming a Shaq movie, I'm out of here! Get the money, baby! Show slash
You know, for people who don't want to get caught, they sure do make a shitload of noise. Shut up! But it's okay, because Shaq is riding with some random cop person who we'll never see again, and she's called in to stop the bank robbery while on duty.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey, leave the shitty dialogue to me, kid. So as they arrive to the scene, the robbers are being fought off by probably the prissiest guy to ever hold a gun. Oh, bang, bang, you mean old brutes! As the situation gets more heated, everybody proceeds to get out of the car, except for the cop! Hello!
Officers down at 2218 6th Street. We got a big problem here.
Doesn't the fact that officers are down already indicate that there's a big problem? Officers down, we got a big problem here! I do not care for the way that this series of events is unraveling. Nope, not at all! So the thugs use their weapons again, and wouldn't you know it, the cop in the car gets injured. Gee, if only she did, oh, I don't know, anything?
Johnny.
It's on now.
Yeah, guess I'm angry now. You can tell by the incredibly harsh tone in my voice. I'm angry. You think you're gonna get away from me, but you're not, because it's on.
Come on!
A gate? Nah, gates can't hold me, especially when it's on.
Hey!
Well, that just magnifies the amount of onness that's going on right now. Did I mention it's on? It's on. So we get a chase scene between the gang member and Shaq as they run back and forth between an onslaught of slow-moving freight trains. I'm sorry, who thought this would be an exciting idea? People and very slow-moving freight trains. The boredom really just leaps off the screen, doesn't it? Okay, this isn't an action movie! It's a game of Frogger! So Shaq's left behind as it looks like the little hoodlum escapes and... Oh! Okay, I guess Shaquille O'Neal can time warp.
Tell me where you find it or you're gonna find my fist in your mouth.
But Shaq gets shot too as the gang members get away. But Shaq isn't gonna take this sitting down, for he partakes in what I like to call the talking through your teeth monologues.
I had it in my hand, sir. Sonic Eliminator. Martin, I ain't playing. What difference does that make? Where the hell are they?
I'm so angry I just got my jaw wired shut. It's a common side effect of the Shaq attack. Meanwhile, at Pirate Leather Bar, the gang members celebrate their victory as they see themselves mentioned on the news.
The police have no clues as to the perpetrators of this amazing high-tiered...
That's your laser, kid! That's it right there!
You know, these have got to be the dumbest criminals in movie history.
Yeah, that's us! That's us, everybody! We robbed that bank! We robbed that bank!
Hey, go tell those cops over there, they'll be so jealous. So Shaq comes in and locates the not exactly hard to identify robbers.
I just want to know where your boy got that weapon from.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what? I'd like to know that, too.
Where'd you get the weapon from?
Don't make me use a curse word. By the way, what bar just advertises beer? That's pretty generic, isn't it? Oh yeah, I've always been a fan of beer. It's almost as good as burgers. So he doesn't get any answers and leaves the bar. To make things worse, his pal Sparky got transferred to a veterans hospital where apparently she's not very happy. Oh man, I gotta do drama now.
Must be awful for you. I can imagine how you feel.
No, you can't.
You're right. I can't.
I'm sorry, there was a superhero in this movie, right? I mean, it's been 37 minutes and there hasn't even been a whisper about going out to fight crime.
Yeah, I'd be a big help on the streets.
What are you gonna do, just sit here and look out the filthy windows?
It'd be more entertaining than watching this piece of crap. He opened the window! How dare him!
I can't.
Girl, you out of here.
What are you doing? No!
Listen, Sparks, sometimes you don't get a choice about things. This here's a prime example of shit happening.
And this is a prime example of eyebrow spasms. So he carries Sparky out of the hospital as the other vets applaud. Why? I really don't know. Maybe carrying wheelchairs just excites them. This is even more exciting than the time I dangled my keys in front of my own face! So Jack takes her to a junkyard where apparently he put a crime lab together. Yeah, forgot to show us that scene.
Johnny, what exactly am I supposed to be doing here?
The same thing you did in the army. We make our own counter weapons to take out the ones in the streets.
Because that's the solution. Get rid of guns by creating even more guns. Duh!
It's gonna take a lot more than that.
Just make me a list, darling. I don't just stand there, beefcake.
Shaft? No! What did they do to you, man? How did you go from Shaft to shit?
Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am, something or other.
Who's the private dick whose film career just went to shit?
Damn right.